Hi, I'm Chris Birch, and today we're going to run through some of the highlights of the Mitas adventure bike tyre range. So we'll start off with these two, the Enduro Trail Plus. And this is a 60-40 tyre, 60% street use, 40% off-road. And these guys are what I use a lot on my KTM 1290 Super Adventure R. You can really get into the road riding on these tyres. They're a very stable tyre on the road, really great in the corners. And then when you get to the off-road, like the gravel, stones, dirt tracks, that sort of stuff, these tyres work very, very well. Up front, the Enduro Trail XT Plus, and this is a tyre I personally really push Mitas to produce. It's based off the E13, one of my favourite tyres of the adventure bikes, but now available in tubeless, and really importantly available in 19-inch sizes, so perfect off-road focused adventure bike tyre for all those bikes that come with a 19-inch front. This is a tyre I'm really stoked on. So we've got the XT Plus up the front. If you want a little bit more road handling, but with still a very off-road focused setup, you could go for the XT on the rear, or if it's all about the off-road for you, you can go for the XT Plus front and rear. Across the Mitas Adventure tyre range, you've got two different variations. You've got the Dakar versions with the yellow line and the standard versions, and the difference between these is the actual construction of the tyre. So the Dakar versions have an extra ply, an extra layer, and that gives them a stiffer carcass, a stiffer feel. So if I push down on the Dakar version, not a huge amount of flex. If I push down on the standard version, you can see it's a lot softer, more compliant tyre. So this gives you the benefit to basically be able to choose the tyre that's going to work for your conditions even more so. So if I've got a heavily loaded bike, a big heavy bike, long distance, going across deserts, that sort of stuff, I want a tyre that's going to look after my wheels, that's going to be really puncture resistant, that's going to hold up to that heavy load. That's our Dakar versions. If I want my bike to have a more softer, compliant feel, traction's my big focus, that's where I'm going to go for the more standard tyre options. Ability to protect the wheels, durability, compliance and feel. On the XT and the XT Plus tyres, they're multi-directional. You can flip the tyre around. So this allows you to use your tyre more efficiently. If it's starting to scoop out in one direction or you're losing an edge, you can flip the tyre around and get a more efficient, longer durability use out of your tyre. You can see on the sidewall and on the label, tubeless or tube type. So you can debate which is better, tubes or tubeless for off-road. As long as your wheels are capable of it, you can run these tyres in tubeless setup or with tubes, whatever your preference is, ready to go. If the tyre doesn't have that TL designation, just says tube type, obviously you need to be running a tube with that tyre. It's not set up for tubeless running. So next to that, the little yellow dot there, that designates the lightest point of the tyre. So if you put that where the valve is, that's going to give you the most balanced tyre setup. Well, we can't talk about tyres without talking about tyre pressures. And my take on it is your tyre pressure should be linked to your average speed. So if it's high speed riding, road riding, highway riding, we want a high pressure. If it's medium speed, gravel road, open flowing gravel roads, we want that kind of more medium pressure. And if it's really low speed, slippery, wet, tree roots, single track, hardcore off-road stuff, we want a low pressure. When the conditions change, your tyre pressure should change to reflect those conditions.